Man, it's been 18 years since God of War 2 dropped. That's crazy. Feels like yesterday when I was sitting in front of my PS2, booting it up to play God of War 2 for the first time. I'm getting absolutely blown away. This wasn't just a sequel, it was the sequel. The pacing, perfect. The boss fights, insane. The story, still one of the best revenge arcs in gaming history. And the music, the art, the atmosphere, bro, this game had everything and it just hit different. For me, this was a peak of Greek saga. No game in the series had a tighter, more action packed, or more Kratosy feeling like this one. And this is just for the Greek saga, I'm not including the Norse saga right now. I'll never forget the moment Zeus betrayed Kratos. I don't think any of us will, if you have played the game or if you watched it. Kratos was at his peak, leading Sparta, feeling unstoppable, then boom, the golden eagle, who he thinks is Athena, he drains his power, brings the Colossus of Rhodes to life, and then forces him to sacrifice his godhood just to win. And then when he does, Zeus shows up, grabs the blade of Olympus, and runs it through him. And that's it. Just like that, Kratos dies. The gods have betrayed him, Sparta was destroyed, and for a moment, I just grabbed the controller and I was looking at the screen and I thought, is it over really? But nah, Kratos didn't die. Gaia saves him, tells him that he can rewrite his fate, and just like that, we're on a full-blown, time-wrapping, god-slaying rampage. The boss fights in God of War 2 were straight up unmatched for that time. No breaks, no filler, just boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. The Colossus of Rhodes in the opening, pure chaos. Still one of my favorite. Theseus, Perseus, and the Barbarian King, Kratos cuts through them like it's nothing. The Icarus fight, my guy Kratos rips off his ring mid-air and lets him fall to his death. And then the Sisters of Fate, Kratos literally traps them in another timeline. Like what? And of course, Zeus, the moment we are all waiting for. That fight, that build-up, the raw rage Kratos had. It was one of the moments in gaming history you can never forget. Alright, what I'm about to tell you right now is something only God of War 2 completionists know. And that's something I have done. I have completed God of War 2 100% platinum that. So, this is for a fact that 90 to 99% players probably never saw this, never encountered this, but if you know, you know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. So, in the Hall of Atropos, there's hidden interaction. If you hit 3 specific stars on the floor, the sky reveals a message. Now I am becoming destroyer of worlds. Yep, the exact words J. Robert Oppenheimer said after witnessing his first atomic bomb test. But here's the crazy part. That quote, it originally came from the Bhagavad Gita. In the text, Hindu god Vishnu takes on his terrifying form, multi-armed form, and tells the warrior, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. It's a moment about absolute destruction, power beyond control, and it gets even crazier. In Ghost of Sparta, there's a moment when Kratos asks himself, by the gods, what have I become? And an old man, who we later figure out is Zeus, says to him, death, the destroyer of worlds. Bro, Kratos was literally living out on an ancient prophecy. And here is the final mind blower. Prometheus, in God of War 2, he was voiced by Alan Oppenheimer. Yes, J. Robert Oppenheimer's third cousin. Like what are the odds, you know?
God of War, you live. I no longer walk with the gods.
But the game had layers, man, you know. Now I know some people will say, nah, God of War 1 was better, it was a prequel, it started it all. And then you know what? Facts. It was fresh, it was new, and that was the first time playing as Kratos. Feels different. I've been through it, okay? Others will say God of War 3 was peak, the finale, the payoff. And honestly, I agree, that was one of the most hype gaming experiences a God of War player during that time could ever have. Waiting for the game was pure torture because we knew it was all gonna go insane. Like being at school after finishing God of War 2, oh my goodness, that's something. But here's the thing, God of War 2 gets sandwiched between these two games, okay? People forget how long we waited for the sequel of God of War 1. And when it dropped, it changed the entire series. The time travel concept, Genius, let me tell you that. It took Kratos from just being an angry Spartan to a force that could literally rewrite his fate. It was a bridge between beginning and the end, and honestly, it deserves more love. I don't care how many games I've played during that time, but God of War 2 had one of the most craziest endings of all time. Kratos fights Zeus beats him, he's just this close to killing him, and then boom, Athena jumps in, takes a hit inside, and then during her dying breath, she drops the biggest reveal in the series.
His own son.
His son?
And Kratos, he does not care. He straight up rewinds time, saves the Titans, and brings them back into the present. Like the last thing we see, Kratos standing on Gaia's back, the Titans are climbing up Mount Olympus, and Kratos screams, "Zeus, your son has returned. Now bring the destruction of Olympus." And that ending had no right to be that good. Like, you just had to be there. This ending had me feeling, I had the same feeling when I played God of War 4. Like that Thor ending, that Thor reveal ending was crazy. The whole time we all fans were like just waiting, making videos on Discord, chatting, or like during live stream. Even when I live streamed for a long time, the whole marathon of God of War, us in the chat we were just like discussing, oh, maybe this will happen, maybe Tyr is this guy, maybe Tyr is that, maybe this is how we will fight Odin. Okay, Thor will do this, do that. It's that crazy. And then when I finished God of War 2, I went to school, and then my teachers, my friends, who at the time were playing God of War 2 or who did play with their friends, they were going crazy, man. Oh boy, the insane like theories we were having. Okay, will Kratos do this? Who will Kratos kill first? And like, how will he take on all those gods by himself? That's crazy. You know what's more crazy? The game came out when the PC was already here. But instead of moving on, everyone was playing God of War 2 on the PS2. That's how good it was. Back then, my PS2 was my whole life. I was playing God of War, Yakuza, Tekken 5, Mortal Kombat, Fallen Monks, Onimusha, Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid. Man, that era was pure magic. 18 years later, this game still slaps. I did recently replay this game back in 2022. I did think about the game a lot of times. I wanted to play it, and it was just not the nostalgia. The game was really that good. The combat, the fight scenes, the story, the build-up, everything. God of War 2 was a lightning in a bottle. A perfect sequel, a perfect action game, perfect revenge story, and honestly, we need a PS5 remaster for the Greek saga. The Norse games are phenomenal, but the Greek saga, it deserves to be experienced by the new generation of gamers. Well, right now during the God of War 20th anniversary, we did the release for the DLC for God of War Ragnarok, some skins and stuff, but nothing for the games, no remaster. And the company said they don't have any plans regarding that, so I think we have to wait for some time. But let's be real, God of War 2 was flawless, and happy 18th anniversary God of War 2. You were amazing. If you're still here, you're amazing, you're a real one, let me know. Where does God of War 2 rank for you? Is it the best in the series for you, the top 3? And drop a comment and let's talk. And if Sony ever remasters the Greek saga, you know that I'm the one who will play on day one. So you can always talk to me about it. So, see you next time. Adios and take care.